90-Day Fiancé's Sarper and Shekinah swap wedding for bedding ceremony. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way stars Sarper and Shekina Garner have finally wed. And they decided to switch up the traditional wedding ceremony to get married in bed. They had a bedding ceremony. The couple met on a dating site during season 5 of the show while vacationing in Turkey. Originally, Shekina was supposed to move to Turkey. However, this didn't happen, and by the beginning of season 6, it was revealed that she had to return to the US for work. Sarper followed her on a K-1 visa. 90-Day Fiancé stars Sarper and Shekinah discussed their bedding ceremony. But that wasn't the end of the drama. As a returning couple on 90-Day Fiancé season 11, fans watched as they continued to argue. Despite having proposed in season 6 of The Other Way, the couple still had a lot of issues to resolve before saying I do. Now we know they made it through. At least to the wedding, or rather bedding portion of the program. The couple decided on having a wedding in bed, and honestly, it's really so on brand. The reality duo caught up with TMZ and shared some of the details of their non-traditional bedding ceremony. We love being in bed, honestly, Shekina, we spend a lot of time in bed. We don't even have a dining room table, we eat all our meals in bed, we watch a lot of shows. She paused and then added, we were really afraid of marriage actually, so it made it a little less scary. Sarper added that nothing about their relationship was normal, so it was expected that their wedding wouldn't be normal or traditional either. The couple also shared that their family was shocked but not surprised when they heard. They were shocked, Shekina revealed. But they also weren't that surprised because they know us. They know that we're going to do something unconventional. When asked if they would recommend a bedding wedding to other couples, Shekina was quick to answer, no. It's our thing. This made Sarper laugh as he joked, we are selfish son of AB** cheese. The pair's ceremony marks the 90th wedding in the 90-Day Fiancé history. 90-Day Fiancé stars Shekina Garner and Sarper expose reason for bedding wedding ceremony. 90-Day Fiancé stars Shekina Garner and Sarper, who met in Turkey and got engaged during season 5 of the TLC show, have revealed why they chose to have a bedding wedding ceremony. Stars of 90-Day Fiancé, Shekina Garner and Sarper, who met in Turkey and got engaged during season 5 of the TLC show, have opened up about why they chose to have a bedding instead of a traditional wedding ceremony. The couple told TMZ that they love being in bed, and even eat all their meals there. They added that their wedding wasn't ever going to be normal and that having a bedding made tying the knot less scary and more comfortable. Sarper revealed that when he told his father about the bedding, he jokingly asked if they were having their honeymoon in the bathroom. They were shocked, Shekina added of their family's reaction. She added that they also weren't shocked because they know us. A bedding ceremony wasn't exactly off-brand for them. The couple added that kids are not in their future and they're just happy being in love. However, getting to their wedding day was hard enough as they ran into a major issue before saying I do on November 11, 2024, in their bed at the Mondrian's penthouse in West Hollywood. In a video posted to the show's YouTube channel, Shekina explained, even though my vision for our wedding day is getting married in bed, it needed to have a lot of beautiful natural light, a really majestic, beautiful bed. I wanted it to be elegant, I want it to be sexy, classy, unique, and beautiful. As the couple entered their room, Shekina sighed and exclaimed, I hate how worn out this room looks. It looks rough. This is making me really sad. I don't like it. Sarper replied, of course. 90-Day Fiancé stars Shekina Garner and Sarper expose reason for bedding wedding ceremony. 90-Day Fiancé stars Shekina Garner and Sarper, who met in Turkey and got engaged during season 5 of the TLC show, have revealed why they chose to have a bedding wedding ceremony. Stars of 90-Day Fiancé, Shekina Garner and Sarper, who met in Turkey and got engaged during season 5 of the TLC show, have opened up about why they chose to have a bedding instead of a traditional wedding ceremony. The couple told TMZ that they love being in bed, and even eat all their meals there. They added that their wedding wasn't ever going to be normal and that having a bedding made tying the knot less scary and more comfortable. 90-day fiancés Shikina and Sarper dish on their bedding and new challenges. Exclusive. Extra sat down with 90-day fiancé couple Shikina and Sarper to dish on their celebrating the franchise's milestone 90th wedding, or in their case, a bedding. The two explained why they decided to have their wedding in bed and reacted the honor of being the show's 90th couple to say I do. Shekina commented, "It's so funny because in our very first season on 90 Day, the other way, everything kind of started in bed because his bed was so despicable, like it was worn out and it was awful and I refused to sleep on it and I said, you've got to get a new bed or I can't live with you in Turkey." Sarper chimed in, "But it was so comfortable, I still say that." Shekina continued, "Then we end now, also in a bed, but just a totally different scenario. I mean, we're saying vows, so it's just we started there and we're ending there and it's so special." Sarper thought it would be financially more affordable to have a wedding in bed. He added, "But it didn't turn out like that because of her." The two were proud to be the 90th couple to get married on the show. Shekina explained, "It's such an honor, you know, because this season has changed the way that people see international relationships and we are so happy to have been able to show our love story because we think it's so special. And then to find out that we're the 90th is just like the icing on the cake." Sarper shared his 2 cents, saying, "International relationships are so difficult, long-distance relationships, and this show influences people, especially encourages people." Shikina also opened up about how much they've been through together already and feeling like they can get through anything. She admitted, "We have definitely continued to face challenges, just new ones, so we overcame the obstacles of long distance, of going through the whole visa process, and now it's on to the new challenges and it hasn't been easy. We're just having to acclimate to living together and him trying to live in a new country has been really difficult because there's just so many things that make him feel so out of his element." While Sarper acknowledged ups and downs during their 3-year relationship, he said, "We love other. At least that holds the relationship in an axis, but I hope the strength will be enough." Another struggle in their relationship was Sarper's Playboy past. He said, "I had a very dark past and I promised myself not to be in a serious relationship." Shekina quipped, "Look how that worked out." In all seriousness, Shekina added, "The thing with his past is that had just gotten into such a way of living for so long that changing that was so challenging. It's hard to change once you're so settled into your ways." Sarper joked, "She is my punishment. She is my karma." Sarper and Shikina will be back with the other couples and special guests for When 90 Day Fiancé Tell All, Part 1 premieres Sunday, June 22nd, at August 7th. See on TLC. Watch a preview below. 90 Day Fiancé, Shekina and Sarper tease insane tell-all and hint at drama with the throuple. 9 memorable 90 Day Fiancé weddings to relive as the TLC show marks its 90th wedding. It's been more than a decade since 90 Day Fiancé premiered on TLC, and 11 seasons and more than 25 spin-offs later, the hit reality show has finally celebrated its 90th wedding. After Sarper and Shekina tied the knot in a unique bedding ceremony during Sunday's milestone episode, their nuptials became the 90th ceremony to be shown over the 11 seasons of the flagship 90 Day show. Videos by popculture.com. Take a walk down memory lane as we revisit 10 of the most memorable weddings in 90 Day Fiancé history. Danielle and Mohammed, Season 2. Danielle and Mohammed in Season 2 made 90 Day history as the first truly disastrous couple, and their wedding was no different, as Mohammed refused to even kiss his bride as they said "I do." Unsurprisingly, their marriage didn't last, and the two ended up divorcing in 2017. Kyle and Noon, Season 3. Kyle and Noon's wedding in Season 3 was a much happier affair. After Noon moved from her home in Thailand to be with the New Orleans native, Kyle made sure she felt at home on their wedding day with a stunning Thai Buddhist wedding. Their love has only grown over the years, and the couple is still together today. Loren and Alexe, Season 3. Loren and Alexe are another couple whose marriage has stood the test of time. After meeting during Loren's birthright trip to Israel, Alexe moved to the US, where he and Loren tied the knot in season 3. The couple would later go on to have a second wedding in Israel a year later so that Alexe's family members could attend. They are now parents to 3 children. Chantel and Pedro, season 4. Chantel and Pedro's secret engagement may have caused drama with her family when we first met the couple in season 4, but they did ultimately show up to support her at their wedding. While she was happy to have them there, Chantel's parents did hold up the ceremony to make sure her prenuptial agreement was in order, and it was that kind of continued family drama over the years that acted as a contributing factor to the couple's 2022 divorce. David and Annie, season 4. David and Annie almost didn't make it to the altar in season 4 amid drama with David's daughter Ashley, but ultimately their love led them to say I do anyway. The couple has since made amends with David's daughter and gone on to welcome a daughter of their own in March 2025. Elizabeth and Andre, season 4. Elizabeth and Andre's journey to their wedding day was a rocky one, but they didn't let issues with her family keep them from following their hearts. In the end, Elizabeth's whole family showed up to support her and Andre at the wedding, and the couple would even go on to have a second wedding in Andre's home country of Moldova later on. Almost a decade after their 90-day debut, the couple is still happily married with 2 kids. Kalani and Asualu, season 6.